everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am writing a 24-hour exam which has already begun, and I thought why not document the process of writing my exam. It is currently 2:46. Oh, it's a CSK match today. I forgot. Actually, I didn't forget. I forgot only for the past 15 minutes because my paper got released. I need to not pay attention. I'm not gonna watch the match, obviously not. It's currently 2:47 p.m. and my exam has officially begun. It's been 17 minutes. First thing I'm going to do is I just got out some paper to make a mind map of the 2 questions that I like the most out of them all. I love these pens, by the way. I am going to be majorly writing on Mary Barton because that's the one that I have been reading for the last 1 week or so. It was either between Mary Barton or Alice's Adventures. I just think Alice's Adventures I enjoy so much as a book. I can't really write critically on it for an exam, especially on a time crunch. So we're going to be dealing with Mary Barton. I haven't yet transferred my notes. I'm just going to be using this also because this gives me the vibes, compared to this right now. At least I've been reading this for the past 1 week, so we're going to stick to that. I have 2 questions that I really like, so I'm going to write on those. Let's start. Let's see which ones and then I'll get back to you on that. So here I was going through the questions. I was mainly focused on the first and the third question, which I'm trying to show you here. And the way I decided on which one I want to write about is by making mind maps. So here is me making mind maps for each of the questions. Basically, the idea is just to see which one I have more to say about, which ones I can come up with more sources for, which ones I feel more confident with, just the general vibe. Sometimes you just have confidence in a question more than others. So yeah, this was just me trying to figure out which one I felt more confident writing about, and I love doing this every time I get an essay question. Would highly recommend making a mind map first thing to get your thoughts out on paper. It is now, what is the time? It's 4:30. It's 4:30. It's 4:33 or something. I have now officially done my mind map, which looks insane, I know. Basically, the exam structure is that we get a source, we get an extract, and we have to use that in combination with another text or more that we studied on in class. So the one that I've chosen is a text by John Ruskin from The Nature of Gothic, and it is in our source book. So I just pulled up the main source. So this is the extract they've given us, and then this is some other extra bits of the whole text. So I'm going through everything, and I've gone through it, and thing is, I have 2 different trains of thought going, and I am so glad that this paper is 2,500 words because I don't know how I'm gonna include all of these things. I look radioactive. I look insane. Okay. I'm trying to essentially relate. Basically, the extract is talking about how the division of labor, which is basically the specialization of tasks during industrialization, was detrimental to humans preserving their humanity. Essentially, it's basically saying that because of the division of labor, because everyone was doing specialized tasks in a task force. So imagine the Fordist task force where you have everyone doing one activity. If you're making biscuits, one person's rolling the dough, one person's cutting it out, one person's baking it, one person's packaging it. Packaging has 3 different steps. You have specialization. So all you are doing is just folding something or rolling something. You're only doing one part of the process, not baking the biscuits. You are just doing the thing you're doing, which is making you resemble a machine more than a human. And that's basically his whole argument, that we are focused on creating efficiencies, we're focused on creating productive workforces, we're focused on creating pins and needles, but we are not focused on creating the human soul and spirit. That's what he's saying. And these ideas are basically completely aligned with what Mary Barton talks about, Elizabeth Gaskell talks about in Mary Barton. He's taking his reference from the Gothic architecture, and he's talking about how in the Gothic architecture, everything is supposed to have a human touch. It's supposed to be a little slightly off, and that imperfection is what makes it beautiful. And instead of being scared of that, and instead of looking down upon it, we should be promoting it. And that's the beauty of it, and that's how a workman should function. Work should not be automatic. Work should come from the soul. Work should be, a piece of art, basically, is what he's saying. Like any kind of work. And the workman should not be treated like he's just trying to obey the orders of someone else who's done the thinking. I'm honestly ranting right now because this is just another way for me to realize that I actually understood what I read, and I did understand, which I'm really happy about. And I completely agree with him. I must say, I completely agree. He has written this so well. I will put this picture. Please take a moment to read this. I'm not going to read it out because I don't want to waste your time. You can pause the video and read it yourself. Critical thinking. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing really. I actually know. No, not going to say that because I know what I'm doing. This is probably the most confident I have been ever my whole life writing an essay. This is the most confident I've ever felt. I made a timetable of what I am intending to do, more or less, and hopefully I actually do that. So I'm going to go back to writing because I wasted 10 minutes of my 24 hours talking to you guys. Yes, 10 minutes. So we're going to go back to this, and I'm going to try and kind of figure out what I want to include and what not. But see you. So this is me going through the book and the text to figure out which bits of what John Ruskin is saying align with different bits that I've marked in my book already. So I was just going through different pointers that stood out to me from the extract and connecting them basically with things which happen in the book. Very basic stuff, kind of things you do in high school English. So yeah, that's it. I have secured a snack to keep me going, honestly. My friends just finished their last exam, and they're gonna go to the beach. And I'm gonna be doing this. It's fine. I'm feeling good about this so far, so I'm happy. Let's continue. Now it is 5:30. I can't believe it's been 3 hours. I actually can't believe it's been 3 hours. I'm a bit ahead of my schedule. Because technically I was supposed to start finding text examples now, but I already did. I kind of just went through the extract and wrote down bits of it, and then wrote down parts of the books which kind of align with it, so that I have something to work with when I get into writing the essay. However, this is just going to be like the first 1/3 of my essay. 1/3 or like half of my essay is going to be on this, and then the other half is going to be on everything that's on this page, basically. I'm actually really excited, kind of, but I'm also scared because I feel like this is a lot of information. I'm just going to take a break from this now. I'm going to watch a little bit of Ruby Granger because she's going to motivate me to keep going, and she has literally done this before. So I think I'll watch one of her. I think she has like a video on writing essays. Maybe I'll watch that, get some tips, and I will get back to it in a few minutes, and I will just eat these. And I'm thinking I need to order dinner because I realized that I don't have anything to make. I mean, I do have chole. The thing is, I don't want to waste time making dinner. So I'm thinking I'll buy something today. Okay, it is officially exactly 9 o'clock. It's exactly 9 o'clock, literally exact on the dot 9 o'clock. I have just finished writing the first bit of my essay. Now, I was supposed to write 750 words. I am currently on 822 words, which I'm happy about. I have a little bit more to write. It's basically me writing like this chunk and connecting it as much as I can with the extract again, because the rest of my essay is kind of deviating from it a little bit, so I really need to hone in on the extract now so that I can sort of leech off and go on that tangent later on. Also, this is my biggest chunk of writing. I think this is going to take up half of the essay, because I think I might end up going to like 900-ish words for sure, at least, which is great actually, which means that I don't have to worry too much about how much I'm going to end up writing in this bit, because these bits that I am going on these tangents for, one, they're tangents, so it's going to be harder for me to connect it back to the question, which I have to do for sure. Obviously I still have to do that, which is, yeah, so I have less, like, if you have less word space, you don't have to waffle as much, right? So you can really say something that matters. So I'm glad about that. I'm glad I wrote a good chunk. Actually, I just realized this is perfect, because from 7 to 9 I was supposed to write my first draft, and then 9:30 to 11 I was going to write more, which means that I just perfectly gave myself 9 to 9:30 off. I just know myself, am I right? So I'm going to go get some dinner, which is going to be noodles, which I'm going to steal from my friend because I don't have anything. I was going to order food, but I realized everything is way too expensive and I don't want to spend that much money. I also don't want to go and buy something. I could go, I don't have to steal her noodles, but the thing is, the noodles are going to be the most filling thing I can have. I can add an egg or two in them for some protein. Have I become that person? And then yeah, so that's what my plan is. I'm gonna go now because I've wasted 3 minutes talking to you guys. Also, I didn't address this, but there's like boxes and bags all over my room because I'm going to go in a couple of weeks. I'm less than 10 days. It's the 15th today. I'm going on the 23rd. So in 8 days, I'm gonna be on a flight back home to Bangalore. So, which, even though I'm from Mumbai, but whatever. Go eat now. Bye. I will update you any words I write after this. Hello. Oh my god, what bit me? That's fine. It is what it is. Something bit me. Let's ignore that. Yes, I'm in my bed. It's 9:59 now. And I made my noodles and I ate them and I took a nice break. And now I'm going to get back into it with a revived energy, a revived effort. Now that I'm at 822 words, I feel a lot more chiller about it, but that's why I just want to get it done with, because now I had given 750 words for that section. The rest of them are all 300 sections, so 300 word sections. So I'm just gonna like try and like knock them out as soon as possible and go to bed. I think the biggest thing that I struggle with is giving it enough time for me to identify things I want to change. The worst writing I've done has been things I've written last minute and I haven't reviewed at all. So I want to have enough time to review it. So that's the plan. Hopefully I will knock out these 300 words. If I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, apart from my intro and conclusion. Even if I just take half an hour for each of these, it should only be 12 o'clock. So again, ideally would love to be done by like 1 or 2 a.m. and be basically done with my whole essay. Like first draft is the last draft in the case of this. Like it's the first draft, but it's like a good first draft in a sense, because like it's an exam. It's 24 hours. Like this was supposed to be written in 2.5 hours. So honestly, like this is the best I can do. And yeah, hopefully I'll be done with that, and then tomorrow I can just focus on the citations, doing my reviews and submitting it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping and actually do my work, and I will see you once I have actually done something. The update is that it is now, it's what is the time? It's 1:30, but that's only because I was actually done with 2,200-ish words. I'm basically past 2,000 words, and I still haven't written my conclusion and intro properly. So I'm basically hitting the word count, because I'm at like 2,100 or something ish words. But I hit that around 1140-ish. Actually, I ended up breezing through those 300 words. I just cut out like one 300 section. I kind of combined two of them and wrote a big section, and then I cut out one of them. The reason it's 1:30 and I'm still awake, I was gonna sleep, but my friends finished their exams today, so they were watching the Teen Beach movie, because it's their favorite film. 3 of them were watching the film outside, so I just went to make some hot chocolate that I was gonna drink anyway before sleeping. So I was watching the film with them, and it was just 1.5 hours, so I thought, why not? I'm done with my work, I deserve this reward. And also, I'm leaving in a couple of days. These are the days of college. Like that, this is what matters more than the stupid assignment. You know what I mean? And I'm basically done. Like if I was at like 1,000 words, then I would be stressed. But because I was done and I was gonna go to bed anyway, I was like, you know what? If you would have taken that long to write, you would have been at this point. And I didn't just sit. I brought my laptop and I did my citations. So I was doing that while I was watching the film. So I did do something. So I basically am at the word count. I have my citations in, more or less. Like at least I have the actual work cited, written. I need to make sure that they're all accurate. I need to make sure all my in-text citations are proper. And I'm planning on waking up tomorrow morning at like 6:30 at least. Be at uni. I want to go and see if I can find any good primary sources to include, because I really want to do well. And I know that if I include a primary source, I'm going to do so much better. And I know where the Victorian lit primary sources are from my last like summative exam. So I'm going to go and try and find something at university, and maybe try and find a counter argument to add somewhere. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place with my essay, which is my problem. So I'm gonna have to definitely read over it, but it's not gonna happen today. So I'm gonna read over it tomorrow morning with a fresh mind. I will follow my routine, which is to wake up, wash my dishes, eat food, work out, shower, get ready, go to college, come back. Hopefully if I'm there by 8:30, I should be back by like 11:30, maybe 12 max, but I will still have 2.5 hours after I get back to make sure I submit my thing properly. And I don't even want to submit it from home. I could just sit there and submit it from college, but there's something about coming back and submitting it from here, especially since I worked on it for so long in my room. I just want to be back home and like comfy and then submit it. Anyways, that's the update, and I'm basically done-ish. So I'm glad, and I will see you tomorrow morning. And I will be waking up at 6:30. Up an alarm. If you don't know alarmy, this is how you do it. I'll wake up at 7 because I do want to get some sleep, and I don't think it's that like crazy urgent for me to wake up early. There's like a wake up mission you can put, and I've put it as scanning a QR code. My favorite is the QR code because you have to get up out of your bed to go scan wherever that QR code is. It will not go away till you do it, which is very annoying, but it's very effective, and you will hate it in the morning, but it works. Thank you for watching this far. If you're still watching, and subscribe. What are you waiting for? Welcome back. Wow, what is this? It's the next morning. I have awoken and the day is not bright. It's not sunny. It's not, but actually this is my favorite weather. I love cloudy, rainy weather. So, and this is actually a warm coffee. I might not drink it with the straw. I might just drink it from the glass. This is warm. This is not even iced. I don't know why I have a straw to go with it. It's just nice. I got my coffee. I got my breakfast. It's very not healthy. I mean, not very not healthy. Could be better. I would give this breakfast a 5 on 10. Because at least it has an egg. But that's only the only good thing happening for it is the egg. Which also I kind of burnt. Anyway, I, like I said, did some of the citation stuff last night. So I do want to go to uni as soon as possible. So after this, I'll quickly move around for a bit. And then I might do like abs today. Not that I'm getting any abs yet, but I will soon have abs and you'll all be shocked. When I stop eating so much carbs, that's how that's gonna happen. What was I saying? Yes, I am going to now eat this, and hopefully by 9:30 at least I should be at college. Gonna add a lot to my argument. I'm gonna try and find some sources now. I would love to do like a little bit of statistics of some sort or something. I don't know, but yeah, there's some like citation work that I still need to do, which is gonna take me a while. So I don't know, I might go to uni, I might not, because I do have a bunch of things I could talk about, which I'm just like, haven't spoken about yet. But we'll see. Like literally in front of me, I have this one letter from Prince Albert, which talks about the revolutions happening in Europe, which could be a great primary source. It's a literal letter. So I might just include things from this. But the thing is, I don't want to only include things from this book. I'm going to go through it now once with a fresh mind as I'm eating my breakfast. I'm going to go through it and see what I want to change, see what I need to add. And hopefully we will be done with this ASAP. And I'm currently on like still on the same like 2,200 words-ish, like 2,100 to 2,200 words. So hello, welcome back. It is now, what time is it? It's 11:30. Yeah, it's 11:35. I keep showing you, but then I have to mirror my videos. Anyway, it's 11:35. Just take my word for it. And I am officially like done with my prose, essentially. I mean, I could extend my conclusion a little bit more. I think I should extend it a bit more. I think it'll be a lot better structurally, but again, like, yeah, I'm done with all the citations. I'm basically like, I could submit this now, but I need to go over, like I said, I just need to go over my past exam mistakes, and I need to make sure my citations are properly formatted and all that. Like the actual work cited needs to be properly formatted, and I might increase a bit of the conclusion. But these are like nitpicky things, kind of like, these are, I mean, not really nitpicky, because these are like things which I will get graded for directly, but like usually I don't even reach the point where I get to worry about these things. Like usually I'm just like scrambling. Usually I'm just like scrambling to get these things done, but this time I'm on time, weirdly, touch wood. And it's great weather again. Like, it's not like actually great weather, it's very gloomy, as they say, but I love it. It's my favorite. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really excited to finish this and get packing, because I have been seeing these boxes. I'm really excited to get this done with. I hope it's just I just hope it's done soon. I'm gonna take a break now until like 12-ish, and then maybe I will now take a little break, work out, shower, whatever, basically get ready, say my prayers. I'll do that and then come back, fresh mind, make sure all the formatting is in place, and I will hit submit on this thing the next couple of hours. So wish me luck. Thank you. I honestly think this was one of the most chill like structured essays I've written in a while. Like, I actually feel like I make sense in this essay. I feel like I'm following things they want me to follow. I have the rubric up. I know I'm following it. I know I'm including things they want me to include. I have cited 20 things. Usually I have like 5 citations. This time I have 20, and they're all ranging from like 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. Maybe should have, like, I do have a couple of them which are from like the 2010s and stuff. Now they say you should only have citations from the last 10 years, but it doesn't really make sense for this class. I hope they don't grade me down for that. If that's the one thing I'm gonna get graded down for, I'm okay with that, because I honestly think primary sources make more sense. So I understand that it's supposed to be the most latest discussions around this topic in that sense, but like, I have a couple of things I've quoted which are like the latest discussions which I have quoted, which honestly I found one paper on Mary Barton which is the exact, like, if I did a dissertation on Mary Barton, all the things that I identified in the book are the same in that paper, and I feel like it's just a reflection of my brain. And I don't know if I should feel good or bad about that, because on one hand it means that I'm smart enough that I've had the same thoughts, I guess, as a published paper, and I could have basically written that with like the right amount of help. But on the other hand, someone's already written it, so now it's gone. I can't do that anymore, so I have to come up with my newer ideas, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, and I will see you when I'm actually working on the final stretch of this thing, and I will see you when I hit that submit button. So here I am doing the final formatting, which I think is the most satisfying part of writing anything. So I thought I would film it and you guys can share the satisfaction that I had. This is me going over all of the standards, I guess, for the essay, all of the formatting standards. My most favorite thing to do is double spacing. The kind of satisfaction you get from this one thing is unmatched, and I love these borders. As you can see from my face and my beautiful curly hair, which looks very curly actually today, I have taken a shower, I've done everything. The time now is 1:08. I haven't prayed yet actually, just took a shower. I'm gonna say my prayers and I'm gonna finally hit submit. I went through everything, I formatted everything, I have put everything down. I think there's just one thing I realized I want to be sure about, which is that I have cited letters, that I need to make sure I've cited properly. But apart from that, it is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. I don't really care anymore. I'm not gonna mess around with it anymore. Now, yeah, I'm gonna hit submit in a second and I will film me finally submitting this assignment. Stay tuned. Yay! I've submitted! That's all. That's the end of the video. Happy with what I did. I honestly know that I did my best that I could have done in this given time. I'm really hoping to get good grades for this. Usually, my attitude when I'm submitting, which is not really nice, but usually I'm like very underconfident with what I'm submitting, and I think it's because I know that I didn't give it my 100% sometimes. But this time, I was on it. I knew what I was doing. I just want to see it like blossom. At least give me more marks than you usually do. If I get like really bad marks, then I'll know that I did something wrong. Or if I did really well, I'll know that I did something right. But if I get the same grade, I will crash out if I get the same grade. I'm guessing you're watching this because you need some motivation to write your essay. You're going to do great. If I am feeling confident in my essay, you're going to do amazing. I can guarantee you that. Whatever you're doing in life, whichever stage of education you're on, or whatever, if you're just chilling, whatever it is you're doing in life, I wish you all the best and I hope you do really well, and I'm sure you will do well if you're currently writing an exam or an essay. Get back to writing it, by the way. I'm so happy that you are here. Bye.